Hi student, I am Asit Tiwari, assistant teacher, and today in the lesson federalism we will discuss a very important topic which is very important for the exam purpose, especially for the 5 marks question, the essay based question there is. So student, these are very important topic of the day. So we will discuss today the merits and demerits of the federal government. So student, let's we discuss the first merits of the federalism. So student, that is very important thing in the federalism. In the first, you should know what is the federalism. Federalism means a type of system of the government where there is more than two level of the government, and we have seen in India there are the central government, that is called union government, second is the state government, and third the system which is produced from the power of the central government and the state government, and that is given to the local bodies, that is called the decentralization, and that is also called the local self-government system. So student, let's we see the first merits. Prevent the rise of despotism. Means there is not any kind of the power which has been concentrated for the long time. Means it stop to secure power for long time in one hand. Despotism means the kind of treacheryness of the king. It is not remained. It is not remained for a long time. It is sustained only for few times. Suppose a person, a PM, a president who is very despotic, prime minister or the president, but in the federal government, in the democracy, he will say remain only for few times, few years only, because there is a procedure to remove the person from the post. So it is very good, you will say, value in the federalism. Second is it support local needs. That is very important things, because there are the one kind of the government that is called central, second is called the state, and third is called the local government. So these government means union government, they will secure, they will work for the you will say uniformities issues. They focus on the regional development, and they focus only for the local needs. Means day-to-day needs of the people of the day-to-day life. Means electricity, road, and toilet conditions, which are the topics which are deal with the local needs, and these are very important things to discuss with the third type of the government, third tier of the government, that is called the local self-government. This is union government, this is state government, and this is the regional government, local government, and it is very important for to fulfill the local needs of the people. Second one is support local needs. Next one is suitable for big state. Means federalism, it has been seen that it is very successful in the big state, big countries. Suppose a country which is very big, and there is the three layer of the government. Means central government, state government, and local government. Suppose this government take care for the foreign issues. This government discuss about the regional issues, means kshetriya mudde. So this government discuss about the you will say day-to-day problems, and it also increases the kind of efficiency of the people to discuss the local needs daily. So it is very suitable for the big country, because big country, this central government cannot pay the attention over there, the state government cannot pay the attention here, but this government is totally free to take the avenues for themselves, and there is not any burden to look after toward the central government, to look after toward the state government. Means they can deal their issues on themselves. They have no need to ask to the central government or the state government. Means they can take the own issues by themselves. Next one is the encourages popular participation. Means this is the first school of the democracy, where the leaders are prepared for the democratic functions in the country. Means the leader which are you will say start their journey in the democracy, and they reaches to the higher level of the democratic institutions, mean the central government. So the leader which are prepared there and they are reaching to the higher level, means it encourages the popular participation also, means it is not only to encourage the people for the casting the vote, but also it encourages the people for contesting the election. So it means where the people not only they can participate in the will say decision making process, but also they can be the part of this process also. And next one is the democratic in the nature. Democratic in the nature means where the system is run by the people, for the people, and of the people, of the government. So the same thing has been seen in the federal government, where the person, they are only responsible for the people and they have to work only for the people for their better conditions. It means it is totally pure in the nature, in the democratic pattern. Okay student, next one is the support weak state, and it is also the good merits of the federal government, means it support the weak state. Support the weak state means some state where there are lot of problems. Suppose this is very good state, this is Maharashtra, this is Gujarat, and this is Bihar. It means the Bihar where there is the state government and there is the central government. So Maharashtra is already developed, Bihar is not developed. So Bihar have the power to develop themselves, means they have some subject to deal their subject with themselves, and no one cannot hinder them, no one cannot stop them. So this is very good things which has been seen in the federal government. Next one is increases the efficiency. Increases the efficiency means the person who is working as a MP. Second, the person who is working as a MLA. Next person who is working as a ward member or the sarpanch or any kind of the person for the local government. Means the MP, he will take care only for the issues for the central government. MLA, they can discuss for the state, the regional issues, and ward member or the sarpanch or the gram assembly, village assembly, where the representative, they will take care only for themselves. They have no need to discuss their matter with the other people, other representative. They will discuss their matter with their only people. So this is the kind of way it increases the efficiency of the people. Means local government, local representative, they will take care only for the local issues, and the central government representative, they will take care only for the central government related issues, means the union issues. So student, hope you are getting well. Next one is relief from overburden for the central government, which is this point I have told already, means the central government, they will take care only for the union issues, state government, they will take care only for the regional issues. So the local government, they will take care only for their local issues, means there is not any kind of the hindrance, there is not any kind of the, you will say overlooked type of the behavior which has been seen in the other form of the government. In this form of the government where this same procedure has been seen. So student, this is very important point, that relief from the overburden for the center. And as next one is the effective redressal of the local problem. Means the local problem, they are deal with the local government only, and there is not any kind of the other you will say pool, there is not any kind of other bridge where the problem can be solved by other layer of the government. There is only another separate layer of the government, means the local government, and they will take care only for the local issues very effectively, very energetically, and they have the kind of knowledge to solve the problem, how to deal with the local problems, and this is the kind of good way to solve the local problems only. I will give the example that there are the 2.5 lakhs the institutions where the more than 32 lakhs representative are working there. And these 32 representative, they are the power of democracy also. Means the one person is not having the power in their hand, the 32 lakhs person also having their power in their hand, and they can deal their, will say, problem with themselves only. So student, these are the merits which we have discussed. Now we will reach to the demerits. Now we will see again the demerits. Demerits means the kind of problems the federal government have to face. Number one is create confusion. Means suppose there is three layer of the government: union government, state government, and local government. So sometime it has been seen that who will bail the cat. This time kind of the things has been seen in the three layer of the government. Sometimes suppose there is any problems in the issues, language issues or regional issues or any kind of the problems, any kind of the conflict has been seen. So sometimes there is a confusion who will bail the cat, means who will deal the problem, which layer of the government deal the problem. Sometimes this thing has been seen, and if these things has been seen in the kind of federal government, it means it is the very biggest weakness of the federal government. If all the layer of the government are left themselves to solve the problems, it means the problem will be remain as a problem for a long time, and there will be the kind of a lot of problems, other problem can be created also. Next one is the lead to regional inequalities. Means sometime it has been seen that regional inequalities means some state which has given the importance from the central government. Suppose the central government where the national parties or the any kind of the alliance or the coalition government which has been come from the suppose UP, so they will not take care about the Bihar, they will not take care about the Maharashtra, they will not take care about the other states of India. It means sometime it has been seen that regional inequalities has been seen. And suppose you remember when Mamata Banerjee was the rail ministers in the central government in the time of UPA government, so most of the development of the railway was seen in only West Bengal, and other states have not this kind of the development. Means other states were totally untouched with the development of the railway. So this is the kind of things. Next one is the expensive. Why it is expensive? Suppose there is three layer of the government: union, state, and regional government. There are 32 lakhs representative in the whole country in the federal government, and there are more than 32 lakhs representative in India. This is the this is the old data. So there are 32 lakhs representative, means there is a lot of money has been spent to prepare all these representative, because election has been contested. The candidate, the voter who casts the vote, this is a procedure where the central you will say election commission, state election commission, and various other agencies have to be give their patrolling, give their services, and many of the paramilitary force also give their services for the defense purpose, for the security purpose. So there is a huge money has been spent in this procedure only, and the money which has been spent over the development, the money which is delivered from the central government to the local bodies, when this money approaches to the local bodies, where this money have not reached in the you will say accurate amount or the actual amount which has been delivered from the central government. So this is the kind of problems. Next one, weak during the emergency. It is a very important thing, because when India have faced the emergency in 1977, then the federal government was totally weak, because all the power was controlled, all the power was concentrated in only the one level of the government. So it is totally, you will say, failed in the emergency period. Next one is rigid system. Rigid system means it is very sometime it has been seen that it is tough in system, it is very hard in system, because central government they you will say sometimes become nature in the unitary system. Means central government sometime impose some things in the whole country. Suppose demonetization was the kind of steps of the central government which was imposed from the central government over the all people. So this was the kind of rigid system, because central government have given some power, state government have given some power, and local government have given some power. So sometimes the local government have to sacrifices. Sometimes they have not any, you will say, interest over the decision of the central government. So this is the rigid in system. Division of power. a source of weakness. When the powers are divided, so obviously the scene can be created that who will do this problem, who will do this problem. So obviously the things become more critical because the decision making process become more weak, and in such a way the things become more critical for the development of the federal government, for the democratic government. So student, this is very important point to discuss. Next one, reduced accountabilities, because when all three kind of the representative are there in the country, the union level, the state level, the local level, if the three kind of the representative are there in the country, obviously they will look to each other, who will well the cat, who will solve the issues. In such a way it reduce the accountabilities, means these people want to get rid of from the accountabilities, from the kind of responsibilities. In such a way this kind of the nature of the system weaken the federal government. Next one is unnecessary competition, and there is the kind of way where the different type of the representative, they unnecessarily maintain will say build up the competition with each other, and this is very, will say, weak things which has been seen in the federal government. So student, I hope you are getting this lecture very energetic way, and this lecture also help you to understand well to write the essay type of the question in the board exam, because in board exam this lesson there is a lot of scope for such type of the question also, because federalism lesson, which is very important lesson, and it is the, you will say, bridge lesson for all lesson of the social, you will say, political science. It is a bridge lesson means we will get all kind of the sources from the same lesson. Hope you are getting well all this point. Thank you to listen me.